Hi, everyone. When we hear the gospel story of the multiplication of the loaves and the fishes, we often overlook the fact that it starts with a choice. It starts with one choice, one boy among 5,000 men, the smallest, the least, the most overlooked, the most insignificant person in a crowd the size of a small city. One boy among 5,000 men had the foresight to pack a lunch, and then he's asked to share it with all these other people. Honestly, it sounds ridiculous. By contemporary Western standards, we might even say it seems unfair. Now he's faced with a decision to engage the moment from an attitude of scarcity. There clearly isn't enough food to go around, so I need to look out for myself, take care of myself first. Or he can decide to engage the moment from an attitude of abundance. There's more than enough for everyone as long as we open our hearts to each other. That's the choice, to live from a disposition of scarcity or a disposition of abundance. He, of course, decides to live from a heart of abundance, which sets the stage for a miracle. Now, one of the things that's really most compelling in this story is that Christ doesn't work by making something from nothing. He works by making the most from the least. He works by making the most out of what we give him. And while the story illustrates the greatness of Christ, it is also a story about us. It's a story about you and about me. Do we live from a disposition of scarcity or from a disposition of abundance? On the surface, the most literal and superficial level, scarcity and abundance are about material goods and comfort. But one step below that, it's about our time and our giftedness. Do we put walls up around ourselves to protect the life that is ours? Or do we break it open and pour it out to share with all the world as Christ did and told us to do in remembrance of him? Scarcity makes us smaller, but abundance opens us up to become part of something so much greater. If we spiritualize this even further, we see that scarcity and abundance are really about the eyes through which we see, the mind with which we ponder, and the heart with which we embrace all people and all creation. We can choose to live from scarcity, withdrawing into ourselves protectively and seeking to avoid the world's pain and problems, or we can choose to live from abundance, opening ourselves vulnerably and seeking to engage the full promise and possibility of God's love. In the story of the multiplication of loaves and fishes, one small boy, the least among us, chooses to live with abundance, and amazing things happen. May the inspiration to live with abundance rain down upon you. May the inspiration to live with abundance stir the heart within you. And may the inspiration to live with abundance multiply in the world through you. Peace be with you, my friends. Have a great week.